Good morning, New Earth. I am Krishna Prema Das. Fullman's my last name. And Krishna Prema Das from ancient, dead language of Sanskrit. And it's understood right to left instead of left to right, means servant of the love of God. Which, if you want to be a master of your emotions and your destiny, master is code in this inverse energy of the age of Aquarius for servant of love. What a beautiful day it is. Someone could go, hey, it's cold and snowing, and I am saying, hey, it's a beautiful day. It's about perspective, this whole journey, isn't it? And guess what? Creativity is the key to the soul of divinity. And I'm being creative by creating. And we became a culture of consumers. We used to make our clothes, hunt our animals, cook our food, grow our vegetables, build our houses, and raise our kids, and make love interpersonally. So if you're a being of love and you want to ascend in this new energy in 2020, and you've already done a lot of purging and exfoliating, you have to realize that in the now, it all happens because there's really just one moment. Just different dimensional realities of expressions of that moment, depending on what you focus on. And what you focus on is what you attract in the law of attraction. It's inertia and vibration. And hopefully it translates that I'm vibrating love to you. And that'll resonate. That'll activate. It may trigger if you're coming out of a more egoic state, which is okay. If you're coming out of fear or love, it's okay, because love, nurture, and fear teaches you and propels you forward double as far into the nurture when you allow it. When you know that you're worthy always, that you were born perfect, the only thing that you need to perfect is really your discernment and preferences, and really none of them should be judged, because this whole experience is a big game. And the game was duality, light and dark, good and evil, morality. But we're we are moving out of that into the game of unity. So notice, anytime you have a lesson in blessing and you're in fear, the answer out of that maze of hellish, irrational fear loops is unity. Is asking for what you want, asking for help, humbling yourself to receive information, which the ego doesn't like, because the ego's there to protect your persona. But we let the ego run the ship when it really should be the soul. The kingdom of heaven lies within the super soul, your higher self. There's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of hacks but just remember, it's just not about judging. Wherever you are, when you take away judgment, you'll see the love, you'll see the unity, you'll see the patterns, you'll see the thread of hope. Let's sling hope, not dope. Because when you go into addiction of any sort, of any way, whatever it is, it's really that you're yearning to cope or deal with your separation from your true self, your amnesia of your true self and your true power, and the cynicism of believing that people don't care and then you're not worth it, but you are worthwhile always, infinitely. And your law of attraction is wonderful and beautiful. And what you emanate comes and reflects on the outside, and it literally shape-shifts you into a more aligned, beautiful version of yourself. When you line that pattern-seeking brain with the magnetic heart, it anchors in that light and uses it to compass you into your highest good. And sometimes your highest good is not what the linear, black and white thinkers of reality think. So to harness your law of attraction, allow yourself to be worthy of it. Remember, think about it. Babies are born in this world and they have such a high law of attraction. Do they have to work to get what they want? You don't have to work hard. You have to love sincerely. So in this human game, don't get lost in the maze of the illusion of the human game. But if you do, it's okay. And when you remember, when it hits you and presence enters your being, and you're like, oh, why am I fighting? There's no good guy or bad guy. Then it propels you back into love, nurture, and abundance, which is always there. always. It's just we are closing ourselves off to it based on our conceptual understanding of the moment. Because we're thinking about the future, worrying about it, or dwelling about the mistakes of the past when it's not really any mistake. It's just, as Bob Ross would say, my hero, a happy accident. So this experience is neutral. You give it meaning. It's not pass fail, it's pass. How do you want to pass it? You get to choose, because you're a co-creator of reality, and the universal law of free will is really the only law you need to know, and it's your choice. And this is a choice experience, and I choose to share my experience with you, pay it forward by hopefully giving you some insightful, inspiring words of love to help you on your journey, propel you back into the nurture of the everything of all, because we're all the same. Remember, when you're insecure about your self-worth, you're going to try to define how you're different and how you're unique, but you really are unique the whole way. You don't need to do that. You don't need to identify your self-worth with your stuff, your clothes, your career, or your partners, by knowing that you are as unique as a snowflake. But don't be a snowflaker, which means you're trying so hard to be unique when you already were. And when you notice, when you realize and you accept and you surrender that you already are, and then you're part of that collective creative source, aka God, then the God spark activates, the kingdom of heaven activates, the super soul activates, unlocks your DNA, and propels you into a new reality. I hope to meet you there. This is, and always will be, a catalyst of New Earth, building the foundation of this beautiful new paradigm that we're living in. And I am meditating by doing my infinity walk. Namaste, family.